Good morning, folks. So welcome to another, or afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you are watching this. Welcome to another episode of Loui Answers Your Questions. To this video right here. Spielberger, put it right here. Thank you very much. And let's go to the first question. We're going to try to make this brief. One, it's a little bit warm today, so I got to have my vent on high, but if the vent is higher, then it makes too much noise. And two, I got to get going. I got to move on. I'm always moving somewhere sometimes, so I got to move. And yeah, so we're going to do questions and answers. Well, the questions have already been asked. I'm just going to do the answers. So we're going to try to make this brief. I always say that and then always end up never stop talking. So let's stop talking. And first question is, actually I'm going to do it like this so I can read it better. Lone Wolf Nomad asks, great video, thanks for sharing. I've camped all over this great land. I've never understood how certain humans can just throw their trash everywhere and everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. Don't they realize that someone has to pick it up? Geez, catch you on the next video. Yeah, some people don't realize, or they don't care. Some people, they don't care that somebody else has to pick it up, or not. I mean, I pick up some stuff. I just can't pick up everything I see. Unfortunately, you know, my van and my trailer are not a trash collector. Paigey was kind enough to pick up all the garbage that we saw around our last campsite by Olympic Peninsula, and she picked up, I don't know, 6 or 7 bags trash, 55-gallon bags of trash. So yeah, so you just can't pick it up all the time, you know, and a lot of times you don't know what's in there. So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that because of people like that, the rest of us end up paying for it, because a lot of times BLM or National Forest, they see stuff like that and then they go, we're just going to close it down. They forget that it's our land. You know, they forget that they work for us. It's our land to enjoy, but because they're from the government and they're here to help us, they just close it down. So that's what they did when I was at the Lake Mead in 2020. Yeah, in 2020, when they decided, yeah, we're going to close the lake down. We don't have the manpower to man the lake or the area. You know, I'm thinking to myself, you don't need to man me. I mean, I can take care of myself. You guys never show up until you come here to tell me that I have to move. You know, it's just, there's actually, the first year that I was there, we had quite a bit of rain, and it washed a deep gully on a side where there's like a little fenced in with wire where people walk to the lake. There's a fence, there's a wire in front of usually where I park. You've seen that, so people don't drive onto the beach. But then there's a little walkway, a little entranceway for people to walk, and got washed with a deep gully the first year I was there in 2020, and every time I've been back since, every year it's still there and it's just getting worse. So they never fixed that. Talk about manpower, you know, they can't even fix that. So I don't know, but yeah, people throw stuff out and then the rest of us unfortunately have to pay for it. That's unfortunate. So next question from Dewdrop N says, great camping spot there at the end, awesome double rainbow like a tunnel. I had a coffee at Starbucks several years ago. I haven't been back. Too strong and too high money for me. Stay safe, enjoying the beautiful scenery. Yes, it's sometimes when I don't have a choice, I have to get it. If I'm somewhere and I need a cup of coffee and Starbuckians is all that there is, then I'll get a Starbuckian Star Crap. But if there's something else, then I'll get something else, because the taste, it's just horrible. It just tastes burnt. It just tastes, I don't know, it tastes horrible to me. So that's all I got to say. But if you are one of those folks that adds a million things to it, you probably never notice how terrible the coffee actually is, because I drink it black, and I taste it raw. You know, I put nothing in it. So next question from Stingray Shark. Don't you and Peachy have a walkie-talkie to communicate with each other when you are both in your rig? Peachy. Do you know who's he referring to, or she? Peachy? You don't know? Peachy. Oh, you mean Pagey? Actually, I do have walkie-talkies. You probably, if you are astute, you've seen them back here. I have walkie-talkies. This is the second pair I bought. First pair I'm actually using. But so we've used them a couple times, and you know, forget to use them. It's just it's no big deal really, because she follows me, and it's no big deal. If for some reason she gets stuck at a light, she knows that I'm going to pull over somewhere and I'll wait for her, and if she gets stuck for some reason, I'll pull over and wait. It's just common sense, folks. You know, it's just common sense. There's no need to be yelling and screaming on walkie-talkies, you know, you left me behind, blah, blah, blah. There's no need for that. I see in the mirror that she gets stuck at a light or somewhere with traffic, and I'll just pull over and wait, and when she gets closer, I'll move on again, and everybody's happy. Next question comes from Debbie Parker. I've heard tales about how horrible Washington and Oregon have gotten, full of drugs and homeless folks. I have no desire to waste any time in either state. It's a shame that people think that trashing places is okay. Definitely seems way worse there. Yeah, I agree, Debbie. It's definitely a shame that people just decide to trash places. Unfortunately, that's what people do. They go out there and they trash places, and then, like I said before, the rest of us have to pay for that trashiness. They don't care. And a lot of times that I've noticed, the people that trash places like that are not people like me traveling around from state to state. Most of the times that I've noticed, and I'm sure if you're out there camping, you can opine below, that what I've noticed is that a lot of times those that cause those problems with trash are the locals. The locals go there, they just trash it, they don't care. And then people like me going around from place to place, you know, we may get blamed for it, or, you know, places close down and then we can't use them. And the locals don't care, because they'll just infiltrate. They know all the little roads, and they'll infiltrate. They go anywhere and they don't care. And I'm not talking about everybody, but a lot of people are like that. And I've noticed that it's the locals that cause some of the trashiness. I've witnessed that with the weekenders coming to places where I'm camping, and they make tons of noise, the loud music and partying and off-road vehicles going everywhere and trash, and yeah, I've noticed that. So if I've noticed that, I'm certain a lot of you have noticed that. As for the other stuff, yeah, it's true, there's a lot of drugs and homeless people all over the place, and they create a lot of trash, but that's mainly in the big cities. You know, if you go out of the main cities, just don't go to the big cities. Don't go to Portland. Don't go to places like that. You know, just don't do it. Just go to the other places. And the places that I drive by, they seem very nice, clean, and I don't see the problem with the places that I've been to. I mean, I don't witness that. Yeah, if I go to a big city, I'm going to witness that. I went through San Francisco, you know, and even going through San Francisco, that little half hour, 45 minutes that I was there, I didn't really see much. I'm not saying it's not there and doesn't exist. I know it does, but I didn't get to witness much of that. But I was just driving through. I mean, not very fast, city streets, but I didn't really see much of bad dirtiness. A little bit, some tents here and there, but you know, it wasn't too bad. But it all depends where you go, Deb. If you go to where bad people are, you're going to see bad stuff. If you go where, you know, decent people live and commute and travel, and you're not going to see that. So just don't go to those big cities. And having said that, that's the end of the questions. We're going to make it short like I promised. And until next time, folks, I will see you around.